Crossing the Thames in London has always been a problem. Back in the olden days, they had this crazy London bridge which had frequent fires, could take an hour to get across, and was adorned with loads of severed heads. From the 1600 onwards, bridge builders in London went crazy, making 21 road bridges, but stopping at Tower Bridge. What about us in the East? Well, today I'm going to find out how we in the East get across the Thames with our bicycles. I'm Rob, this is Ride, Bike, Repeat. Which brings us to our first candidate, the Rotherhithe Tunnel. Yes, I've done the Rotherhithe Tunnel once before. The wonderful 1.5k tunnel of pollution and doom. And one little trick I will give you for the Rotherhithe Tunnel is if you wait for the oncoming lane, the cars to stop at the red light, you get 15 seconds head start, which, you know, not great, but it sort of enables you to get going without having them right up your arse. So yes, time to turn our lights on and we will get going. I'm going to start the timer and we will see how long it takes to get through. Right, and it's go, go, go! Just got to hope that the cars in front kind of go fast enough, really. Yeah, I'm just freewheeling, I'm not even pedalling. I would love to go much faster, but I canny. I do know that was the downhill bit. Now we start going sort of gradually uphill, so I'm sure the cars will pull away from me a little bit. Air quality in here today doesn't actually seem that atrocious. There's quite a headwind sort of flowing through, so it kind of feels like it's quite sort of airy, but definitely going uphill now. Here it is. Oh, right. The daylight. So yes, the Rotherhithe Tunnel, the pros is free. It took me like just about 4 minutes to get through, which is not too bad. Cons, obviously, air quality, particularly on, I don't know, busier weekdays, particularly on hotter days. I can imagine it to be carnage in there. Plus you are obviously in the tunnel with nowhere to go if you do develop a health mechanical problem. Or have an accident, you've got nowhere to go, and doing that day in, day out probably wouldn't be great. Yes, I award it a 6 out of 10. Right, so on to the next one, a little bit further east. Let's go. So yes, here we are at candidate number 2. And yes, it's the Greenwich Foot Tunnel. Let's start the timer and see how we get on. Oh, south lift in service, north lift in service. The north lifts has a tendency to not be in service quite a lot. So to paint a more accurate experience, we're going to pretend that the north lift is out of service. So yes, there are lifts at both ends, as I said. The north lift. Oh, I've got to push going down. Oh my God. So yes, there are numerous signs explaining that there is no cycling, no busking, loitering, etc. People do still cycle down here like it's the Tour de Suisse. It's actually not very busy at the minute. I'm sure this afternoon it'll be quite packed with families and I say people just zooming on their bikes, which at Ride, Bike, Repeat, we're not months, and therefore we'll push. Obviously, it does get busy in here. You don't need to snag a kid's head or someone's clothing with your handlebars and just drag them down, and it's nice and cool down here as well, so on a hot summer's day you get a nice little sort of cool respite walking through the tunnel. But then as we're going to simulate the North Lift being out of service, that's all going to go to waste. So yeah, normally there'd be 1,000 line bikes here because people just dump them and be, oh no, the North Lift's out of service. But yeah, let's run up the stairs. There you go. Oh my God. There we go. 6 minutes and 45. So yeah, Greenwich Foot Tunnel. 6 minutes 45. Pros, again, it's free. B, it has lifts at both ends. It's quite cool down there, so on a hot summer's day, you get a nice cool respite. Cons, lifts do conk out every now and again, so if you are carrying a heavier bike or don't particularly or aren't particularly sort of strong and fit, you can have trouble. So yeah, I'm going to award Greenwich Foot Tunnel 8 out of 10. Right, here we are. Yes, it's the Silvertown bike bus. The Silvertown bicycle tunnel service bus thing. I set the timer because obviously I have to wait for the bus, so we will start the timer from the second we get here. Exciting. You alright for me to? The bike strappy things don't reach. Thank you. Take care, have a great day. So yes, that was the Silvertown Tunnel cycle shuttle, and yeah, it got us through in 9.5 minutes. I believe you can sometimes wait up to 10 minutes for a bus, but you know, I can only deal with the facts given to me on the day. Yeah, people sort of say that it brings about into like a no man's land. It's kind of not. I mean, you are in sort of spitting distance of the Millennium Dome. You've got sort of like various sort of Greenwich shopping stuff over there. So yeah, Silvertown Tunnel shuttle. Right, Silvertown Tunnel cycle shuttle. Cons, it's relatively quick, to be honest. I mean, 9.5 minutes. Cons, the seatbelt things just seem to be poorly thought out. They literally they're not long enough to attach the 4 bikes that apparently you're supposed to get on each side, unless I was doing it wrong, but I very much doubt that because we don't get things wrong here at Ride, Bike, Repeat. I'm going to award it a 7 out of 10, slightly better than going through the Rotherhithe Tunnel. So yes, let's get on to the next one. Cloud, IFS Cloud, I don't know, I used to call it the Emirates airline. It's obviously not called that anymore, but yes. So no idea how this works with the bike and etc. We will start the timer.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. More of a fairground ride than a sort of commuter way. So chuck it in there. Nice one, thanks mate. There you go. That is what the bike bus thing should have had. Some sort of ent or whatever that is. Yeah, pretty nice chilled wade across the river. I'm sure those of you not impressed with heights probably wouldn't like it. Yeah, I'm sure on a really windy day this is very entertaining. And a bit like a big wheel, it doesn't sort of stop. So yes, that was the what do they call it? The IFS Cloud cable car. Let's have a look at our timer. 9.5 minutes. What was the bus? I think that was about the same, wasn't it? So it takes about the same as the bus. Definitely more fun than the bus, but here is the con. It costs £7 each way, and there's probably, you know, a couple of quid to be saved by getting a return or whatever. But yeah, you know, if you lived in this very specific part of North Greenwich and or Royal Docks, yeah, it's a pretty relatively quick way of getting across the river. So yes, I will rate it. Let's go over 6 to be fair because of the price. So yes, onward to the next one. Plane there. So yes, we have done tunnels. So yes, we have done tunnels, we have done buses, we have done cable cars that fling us into the air.
The following announcement. In the unlikely event of an emergency requiring evacuation, you will hear a series of short blasts followed by a prolonged blast of the ship's horn. The ship is fitted with life rafts and life buoys arranged to be launched by the crew. If an emergency arises, you should proceed to the muster station at each end of the traffic deck. A member of the crew will instruct you in the use of equipment and assist you to leave the vessel if necessary. Thank you for your attention.
You're welcome. So yes, now we are doing a ferry, the Woolwich ferry. So yeah, again, is free. You can bring your cars on it, you can bring motorbikes on it, you can bring bikes on it. Oh yeah, let's start the timer. Yeah, it's kind of mad to think that there is a regular free ferry kind of going backwards and forwards across the Thames that you can take cars on, buses, etc, etc. Oh, the massive magnets on the side of the ferry have released. Quite exciting this, like going on holiday, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. Docking. There's the massive magnets, just in case you wondered if they had them on this side. Yeah, they do. Let's get ready to disembark, as they say. So yes, that was the Woolwich Ferry. Let's have a look at the timer. 12 minutes. So the longest of the crossings so far. Pros, it's free, amazingly. You know, on a nice day like today, it's pretty chilled and nice. Just sort of, you know, bask in the sun and just enjoy the journey. Cons, well, it's the longest by about 3 minutes, I think. So, but yes, we have one more, and let's get to it. I would rate it, yeah, you got to rate it an 8. It's an 8 out of 10. It's yeah, it's that simple. So we are at the last one, and it is the Woolwich Foot Tunnel. A bit like the Greenwich Foot Tunnel, but a bit further over in Woolwich, and with the added bonus of having at all times both lifts out of commission. So this should be fun. Oh, let's start the timer. What the? Oh, there is a lift working. So where's the stairs? What the hell is going on here? It says lift out of service. But as I can't find, went very Wiltshire then. As I can't find the stairs, I'll have no choice but to go out of the lift, go down the lift that says lift out of service. Yeah, I did hear that both the lifts were constantly out of service now, but I don't know, maybe someone hot-wired this one. So I don't know. You know, cycling signs, etc. Smells of urine, if I'm honest. Sorry, Woolwich Tunnel. Oh, the temptation to get on the bike and cycle is strong, but no, we will do this the honourable way. Oh, this is definitely longer than Greenwich Tunnel, which obviously, yes, makes sense because the river is a lot wider the more east you go. Nowhere near as busy as Greenwich would be now this time on a Saturday. I'm assuming the lift issues probably put a lot of people off. So yeah, this lift definitely out of service. Up the stairs we go, lad. Am I going to run again? Yeah, let's kind of do a run. You might have noticed I've stopped running. I think that's daylight. The calves, they burn. Oh my God, daylight. So yes, that's the Woolwich Foot Tunnel. A little bit longer than Greenwich Foot Tunnel. Let's have a look at the timer. 7:56, which I think, strangely, I can't remember the time of the Greenwich one. 6 minutes 45. Yeah, pros. Again, it's free. And the same as Greenwich. Cons, you do have to lug your bike up the stairs at the other end. So I would give it 6 because of the constantly out of action lift. So, well, that about wraps up this video about how to get across the River Thames in the east with your bicycle. Hope it's been helpful. Personally, I'm going to go for the Greenwich Foot Tunnel, or if I had to go even further east, the Woolwich Ferry. So yeah, they're my recommendations. Let me know what you think. As always, I'm Rob. This has been Ride, Bike, Repeat.